Rita Foley. Just hours after that historic Supreme Court ruling, Donald Trump is trying to get his hush money verdict set aside. The AP's Jennifer King.
Trump's lawyers want to set aside his guilty verdict in the New York hush money case in light of Monday's Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity. The letter to Judge Juan Marchand seeks permission to file a motion and asks him to delay Trump's July 11th sentencing while he weighs how the high court's decision could influence the New York case. Trump's lawyers argue that the Supreme Court confirmed their position that some evidence, like Trump's social media posts about Michael Cohen, should have been precluded because they constituted official presidential acts. Jennifer King, Washington.
President Biden's not happy with that Supreme Court ruling that grants presidents broad immunity from prosecution, saying last night,
"Today's decision almost certainly means that there are virtually no limits on what a president can do."
Now to Hurricane Beryl, that monster Category 5 storm. It's on a path that will take it toward Jamaica and the Cayman Islands after earlier making landfall in the southeast Caribbean, killing at least 2 people. The National Hurricane Center's Eric Blake says the storm is going to weaken.
Right now we're forecasting it near Category 3 strength near Jamaica, but we shouldn't get too tied up on the exact number. We have some uncertainty. We do expect it to be a significant event with life-threatening winds and storm surge for that island.
President Biden gets a briefing on extreme weather today. His administration is proposing a new rule that would protect millions of workers from brutal heat. Delivery and construction workers, landscapers, and those who work indoors at warehouses, factories, and kitchens, among others. Just in this morning, dozens of people have been killed in a stampede at a religious gathering in India. Police blame overcrowding. July 4th coming up. Millions of Americans are expected to pack the roads and the airports, train stations too. This is AP News. Now to a tragedy that's killed 5 members of one family from Georgia. The AP's Mike Hempen with this story of the crash of a small plane.
5 members of a Georgia family who were visiting Cooperstown, New York for a baseball tournament died when their small plane crashed in upstate New York. The Federal Aviation Administration says the single-engine plane crashed Sunday afternoon in a wooded area. New York State Police say the wreckage of the plane and the remains of the 5 victims were found Sunday night in the town of Masonville. Drones, all-terrain vehicles, and helicopters searched the crash site about 125 miles northwest of New York City. Police say the family was returning to Georgia after attending a tournament in Cooperstown, the home of the Baseball Hall of Fame. The FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating the crash. I'm Mike Hempen.
And I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
Ricky, there have been generations of fans growing up on St. Louis Cardinals baseball.
That's right, John. And for many, they grew up listening and learning about the Cardinals on the radio.
We get asked all the time why the Cardinals continue to draw fans from so many different states. And the answer is easy: the power of the radio network.
Fans are listening to Cardinals baseball all over the Midwest, and the tradition continues.
Join us all season long for St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Cardinal baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in 1 wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
At the KSMO studios, our forecast today does call for lots of sunshine, and there will be a pretty warm day in front of us as well. If you're going to be out and about today, do take caution. Stay well hydrated because it's going to get hot. We're going to have a high of near 89. The heat index will be about 95-ish or so. Winds southerly at 5 to 15, gusting to 25 miles an hour. Clear skies tonight. Low of 71, so a sticky night in store for us. South winds 5 to 10, gusting to 20. Wednesday itself, now we're going to have sunshine. Don't get me wrong here. We're going to have a high about 91, but off and on through the day, starting in the late morning and into the afternoon, We'll have a 50-50 chance of pop-up showers and thunder showers. Our heat index expected to be 102 on Wednesday with a southerly breeze 5 to 10. Then late in the afternoon, that wind will move to the west. Wednesday night will be a chance of some showers, possibly some thunder showers in the after midnight hours. Cloudy, low of 68 with a 60% chance of rain. On Independence Day, partly sunny with intermittent pop-up showers here and there off and on through the entire day. High about 89 with southerly winds 5 to 10. Chance of that happening is 70% and a 60% chance of showers through the evening Thursday night. That could go all the way up to about midnight or so. Otherwise cloudy and a low of 67, but much cooler on Friday with sunny skies. We'll have a high of 81. Currently here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. Not a bad morning yet, but it's already starting to get a little warm out there. Right now with the sun making its way out, and our temperature reading setting right here at KSMO Radio, 66 degrees, almost 67. Right now at your hometown radio source. Our winds are out of the southeast at 10. We do have at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station, 83%. Pressure rising, 30 inches even. We invite you to stay tuned. Local news in all its glory is coming up next, right after this.
Agri-America features the largest collection of agricultural podcasts, including popular titles such as...
Hi, this is Rob Sharkey, a fifth-generation farmer from Illinois. If you want to hear stories about agriculture, make sure you tune in to Shark Farmer Podcast today on Agri-America.
Hi, I'm Darren Hefty. Head over to Agri-America's podcast directory for the latest episode of the Ag PhD Radio Show.
Visit Agri-America's podcast directory at agriamerica.com/podcasts. agriamerica.com/podcasts.
Country Mart in Salem has a large selection of fresh and packaged meats, as well as fresh fruits and vegetables. They even have propane tanks and everything you need for a picnic, barbecue, or even just a great day on the river. It can all be found under one roof at Country Mart in Salem. And don't forget to check them out online at www.tcmarkets.com. Country Mart, Highway 3272 East in Salem. They're here to help you save. At the KSMO studios, we appreciate you being along with us on this Tuesday morning at KSMO. My name is Stan Stevens, bringing you local news. Local news brought to you as a courtesy of all of us at AM 1340, FM 95.7, and streaming with us online at KSMOradio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. All right here, KSMO Radio. We hope your day is going to go well. And watch that heat. Going to be a little sticky out there today. So again, we just want to remind you just to kind of keep an eye out for everybody. If you're going to be out of doors, it can get to you real quick. You can just start to drain. It's going to be more humid, I think, in the afternoon than you might think. It's like yesterday. It was a nice little breeze for a while. That may not be there today, so just be prepared for that change in temperature. All right, let's get to that news here at KSMO. And moving forward, we'll take a look at that weather and civic happenings still all to come. Let's go. Dane County Commission met for their regular meeting Monday morning. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Wes Mowbray stated that grading was going to be done on Dent County roads 2430, 5530, and 6370. Plus, a man would be going to Springfield to get oil for chip and seal repair. He also said one of the crew members of District 1 was helping the guys from District 2 install the new no truck signs. District 2 Commissioner Gary Polk said men would be installing those new no truck signs on chip and seal county roads 3210, 3260, 3280, 3290, and 3300. Polk went on to report rock would be added and grading done on Dent County Road 2120, and brush would be cut on County Road 2300. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said Tuesday the MCEC budget was approved. Dent County Collector Shannon Van Kirk presented to the Commission an estimate from Anita Ridnour from A. Ridnour LLC on creating the senior tax credit system for the Dent County Collector's tax collection computer program that will be required to determine the senior tax credit from Senate Bill 190. The estimate indicates the cost to be between $16,500 to $19,500, with the final cost to be determined by what is required by the county. The new senior tax credit system would have the ability to add and modify senior credit amounts on unpaid accounts, tracking of all modifications, and necessary reporting to each taxing district, the auditor, as well as any other reporting that may be required by the county. The work to be done in the tax collection system would have to modify and update all programs related to real estate accounts to include the senior tax credit amounts, including inquiry, all collection programs, abatement and add-on screens, statements, paid receipts, all reports, and website changes. Further, Van Kirk attended a workshop on Senate Bill 756, which the governor has not yet signed, that attempts to remedy some of the confusion from Senate Bill 190, allowing people who are 62 years of age to qualify for the credit, and if those on a different retirement plan other than Social Security, such as a state pension plan, would qualify. She stated certain things cannot be frozen from taxes, such as bond levy increases and the blind discount pension from any reassessment. She also said applicants would have to get copies of their deed from the recorder's office, and the assessor would have to check each application as well, and this will all have to be an annual event. It is still unclear how many applications would be submitted and what the effect would be on the taxing districts. The county commission reiterated they are doing their due diligence before making any final decision and will wait until all the facts and figures have been collected. They also plan on doing a poll to see what the citizen support is for the credit as well. Dent County Clerk Angie Curley said the last day to register to vote for the primary will be July 10th, and the excused absentee voting continues in her office. At the last meeting, the commission approved putting out bids for a concrete pad and 4-foot walls at the Road and Bridge Department that will be due by July 15th at 10:30. The courthouse will be closed on Independence Day, but the lights on the courthouse will be left on, featuring red, white, and blue colors. The next meeting of the commissioners will be Monday, July 8th at the courthouse at 9 o'clock. That meeting will be open to the public. On Wednesday, June 26, in Dent County, in front of Judge Michael Randazzo of the 42nd Judicial Court, a probation revocation hearing and sentencing was held for Cody Brookshire of Edgar Springs. Brookshire is on probation for assault in the first degree from an incident in 2012 when he absconded from supervision and went to California. He has returned from California on an extraditable warrant. Dent County Prosecutor Andrew Curley sought 7 years in the Missouri Department of Corrections, while Brookshire sought continued probation. Judge Randazzo sentenced Brookshire to 5 years in the Missouri Department of Corrections. An accident in Franklin County Sunday afternoon at 3:50 on Interstate 44 at the 234.2 mile marker took the life of a man from Cuba, Missouri. According to the Highway Patrol report, 73-year-old Ruben Caldera of Cuba was operating a 2023 Harley-Davidson Tri-Glide heading westbound on I-44 when he lost control, causing the motorcycle to go off the right side of the roadway, where the Harley-Davidson struck a rock bluff and then overturned, ejecting Caldera from the motorcycle. Caldera was pronounced dead at the scene by the St. Clair ambulance personnel. His body was taken to the St. Louis County Morgue by Superior Mortuary Transport, LLC. The motorcycle was removed from the scene by Vogelsang's Towing. Caldera was wearing safety equipment at the time of the accident. Colonel Eric T. Olson, Superintendent of the Missouri State Highway Patrol, reminds Missouri travelers to make smart choices for a safe 4th of July holiday on the water. No matter how you decide to celebrate, your smartest choice is to follow the Missouri boating laws. In 2023, there were 11 boating crashes, which included 2 injuries and no fatalities. 1 person drowned during last year's July 4th holiday. Tubers made 10 boating while intoxicated arrests over last year's 4th of July weekend. The 2024 July 4th holiday counting period will be from 6 Wednesday evening, July 3rd, and lasting through 11:59 Sunday night, July 7th. All available troopers will be patrolling Missouri's waterways to enforce boating laws and offering assistance as needed. The Highway Patrol will participate in Operation Dry Water over the July 4th holiday. Operation Drywater specifically targets impaired vessel operators. Missouri's boaters are asked to do their part by remaining alert for other boats and swimmers and being courteous on the water. Never operate a vessel if you've consumed alcohol. Boaters also need to be aware it's illegal to discharge fireworks from a boat. Leave all fireworks in a safe place on shore, and remember to share the waterway, watch your wake, and use common sense, good judgment, and courtesy to ensure all are having a good time. Life jackets do save lives, so be sure to wear it. Anyone needing assistance or who witnesses criminal activity while traveling on Missouri waterways should contact the nearest Highway Patrol Troop Headquarters by calling 1-800-525-5555 or star 55 on your cell phone. And the Missouri State Highway Patrol is reminding the public driver examination stations throughout the state will be closed on Thursday in observance of Independence Day. Normal operations will resume on Friday the 5th. Sports is next when we come back in a moment.
Improve grain quality more efficiently with AGI mixed flow dryers. The dryer's screenless operation and computerized moisture control deliver consistently higher quality grain and heavier test weights per bushel, translating into maximum return on investment. To learn more about energy efficient AGI mixed flow dryers and how they can add profitability to your farm, contact your local dealer or visit aggrowth.com. AGI, we're right there with you.
From grain storage and handling to conditioning and monitoring, AGI is right there with you, supporting your expertise with the largest catalog of industry-leading solutions. All to ensure your grain gets handled properly, you stay safe, and your profits continue to grow. We're AGI, and we're all in. To learn more about how AGI can support your farm, contact your local dealer or visit aggrowth.com.
At the KSMO studios, your hometown radio station. Thank you for being with us here on this Tuesday. And right now, time for sports. Well, all of the sports teams were off yesterday. Cardinals had a day off. The Royals had a day off. The Cardinals will take on the Pirates tonight, and that will get underway actually this afternoon at 4:45 right here on KSMO with the pregame show. Game time will be at 5:40. You can hear it on KSMO AM 1340 and FM 95.7. And the Royals will start a three-game series of their own against the Tampa Bay Rays this evening at 7:10 at Kauffman Stadium. And that is a look at sports news brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Radio. That's been News and Sports on your hometown radio station, KSMO Salem, Missouri. Coming up next, time for that daily investment report brought to you as a courtesy of the offices of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones. Edward Jones Brokerage, helping people since way back in 1922. They can assist you today. No, it wasn't Joe and Leah in 22, but they're here today to help you with all of your investment needs at 907 South Pershing or call 729-3831. Joe Brand, Leah Nash of Edward Jones, and our daily investment report. With that report this morning, Teresa Whalen. Teresa?
This is Teresa Whalen bringing you the daily financial market report on behalf of financial advisors Joe Brand and Leah Nash and also Edward Jones. Today's U.S. equities closed higher. The Dow closed up 51 points to close at 39,170. The NASDAQ closed up 147 points to close at 17,879. And the S&P 500 closed up 15 points to close at 5,475. And in the bond market, 10-year Treasury yields are trading at 4.47%. The price of crude oil was up $1.96 to close at $83.50, and the spot price of gold was up 70 cents, to close at $2,340.30. For stocks of local interest, we have Ameren Corporation at $70.75, down 36 cents. AT&T $18.98, down 13 cents. Boeing $186.70, up $4.69. Dollar General $130.58, down $1.65. ExxonMobil $114.96, down 16 cents. McDonald's $249.99, down $4.85. Microsoft $456.73, up $9.78. PepsiCo $162.89, down $2.04. Pfizer $28.22, up 24 cents. Procter & Gamble 162.72 down $2.20. U.S. Bancorp 39.24 down 46 cents, and Walmart 67.48 down 23 cents. This has been today's financial market report brought to you on behalf of Edward Jones, member SIPC, and financial advisors Joe Brand and Leah Nash, serving individual investors with personalized attention and financial advice at 907 South Pershing right here in Salem, Missouri, bringing you this Wall Street to Main Street report.
Appreciate it, Teresa. Thank you much. And that has been our daily investment report from the offices of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones. Again, you'll find them right here in Salem, 907 South Pershing. You can also call them 729-3831. And Joe and Leah wish you and yours and their entire staff do a very happy Independence Day. Joe Brand, Leah Nash of Edward Jones, member SIPC. At the KSMO studios, we invite you to stick around for Operation Weather Watch. That's next when we return.
We call it America's pastime, the great game of baseball.
In Cardinals Nation, it's the fabric of our community.
It's the Gas House Gang, Stan the Man, the Old Redhead, Ozzie, Yachty, Waino, and now Arenado.
Cardinals baseball is part of what makes us, us. St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Cardinal baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Here at KSMO, time for that weather on Operation Weather Watch. Complete summary of weather in the region and KSMO listening area. Well, today a warm front will be lifting northeast through the area this morning, and that warm, moist, and unstable air is going to push into our area. The area should remain capped during the day, with the bulk of the upper energy associated with the upper level trough moving to the northwest, and the warm front to our north and a cold front to the west of the area. So thunderstorm activity will not be expected during the day. Going to be hot, going to be humid. We'll have a heat advisory for the western half of the forecast area today, as temperatures will be reaching to the mid to upper 90s in the west and the low 90s in the east. Heat index values will rise to 101 to 108 out west and the mid 90s to near 102 in our area. Now tonight, the upper level shortwave will push across the upper Mississippi Valley region. It's going to move into the Great Lakes and should flatten out the ridge over our area to where the upper level flow will become more westerly to west-southwesterly. Thusly, on Wednesday, the front, upper level energy, and abundant moisture, as well as instability, all going to come together for a party. Yeah, it'll combine the renewed convection Wednesday with a slight risk of severe weather during the day. Damaging winds could be there as well. We could see some high winds. But the possibility is more local heavy rainfall and the possibility of some flash flooding as well. Now, temperature forecast with those highs in the mid-80s in the northwestern parts of the forecast area Wednesday will be in the upper 90s along the Missouri-Arkansas border. Heat index values down there will be anywhere from 105 to 111. Another upper-level shortwave will begin to push through the area Wednesday night into Thursday. This is going to bring additional rain chances to the area on the 4th of July. The main wave looks to push across the area Thursday night into Friday, with the thunderstorm chances continuing into the early morning of Friday. Thursday's temperatures will be dependent on the cloud cover and the precipitation coverage. Currently, going right now, the National Weather Service is with highs in the upper 80s in central Missouri, upper 90s in the southwestern corner of Missouri, with heat index values down there of 100 to 110. Service high pressure will move in behind the front during the day. Friday will have clearing taking place along with a cooler air mass, which will linger into Saturday, and the highs on both days will be in the 80s. Another upper wave, though, is going to move into the area on Sunday into Monday, which will bring chances of some rain back to our region. 85 our high yesterday, 70 the low. Normal high is 88. Normal low is 68. 100. The record high set back in 1933. 54 the record low in 1959. No rain yesterday for the month. We're standing at zilch. And normal for the month should be at 1/8 of an inch. 28 1/3 our total for the year. 23 1/3 would be normal. Sunrise at 5:49 this morning. Sunset will be at 8:31. The extended forecast for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, looking at sunshine Saturday and a high of 84. Saturday night, our skies will remain clear, low of 62, and more sunshine Sunday, a tick warmer, though, up about 88. Sunday night, partly cloudy, a low of 64, with a chance of some showers, possibly some thunder showers developing fairly late Sunday night. And that will continue into early Monday morning with showers and thunder showers, but then sunshine by the afternoon. And a fairly pleasant day with a high about 83 degrees. That local forecast and our current conditions next in a moment.
Do you know who some of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are? It's Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And you know, Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
If you like sunshine, you're going to like today. We're going to have a lot of it. We're going to have a high about 89 degrees, and it's going to be pretty warm with that humidity level, too. We'll be up around 95 or so with that heat index. Winds southerly at 5 to 10 are not going to give much relief, and they could gust up to 15 to 20. Clear skies tonight. It'll be sticky. Low of 71. Winds southerly 5 to 10, gusting to 25. Wednesday itself will have plenty of sunshine, but by late morning and into the afternoon, a 50-50 chance of getting some showers, and there could be an embedded thunderstorm in there as well. It's going to be hot. High at 91. That heat index on Wednesday, it's going to be a steamy 102. South winds 5 to 10 will be moving to the west in the afternoon. For Wednesday night, we have a 60% chance of intermittent showers off and on through the late evening hours, but then a much better chance of rain after midnight. We have a 60% chance at that time, and a low of 68 with cloudy skies. By Independence Day morning, we should start to clear out a tad bit. We'll have partly sunny skies off and on throughout the day. However, we'll also have some intermittent showers and the possibility of pop-up showers that could come into play, or even pop-up thunder showers, which could come into play on Independence Day itself. So keep that in mind. If you have plans of being outdoors, there's a 70% chance of getting some type of precipitation during the day. Don't know when exactly. It could be in the morning, could be in the afternoon, could be in the evening, but there's a 70% chance. So be prepared for that. But what's also going to be sticky and fairly warm with that high of 89, that heat index about 94 degrees. For Thursday night, we have the possibility of some showers and thunder showers still existing through the evening hours. Cloudy and a low of 67. That chance of rain, 60%. And sunny on Friday. Very mild, high of 81. Right now, KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. We have a temperature reading right now at KSMO Radio. Been very comfortable this morning, but it's starting to get a little muggier all the time. We're at 68 degrees right now. Feels like 68 with 10-mile-an-hour winds coming out of southeast. We do have relative humidity setting at 76%, and we have the pressure still at 30 inches. It's still even. It's edging up, but ever slow. And our skies, for the most part, we have blue skies, and there's some intermittent clouds here and there, but for the most part, we've had a A lot of blue skies this morning. And that look at weather brought to you as a courtesy of all of us at KSMO. 7:53 is our time. We're going to come right back and have civic happenings. They are next when we return 1 minute from now.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Townscreen in Salem.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do
Let's play something, Grandma.
became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
At the KSMO studios, time for the Civic Record. It's a program of church and civic news and a mention of persons recently deceased, brought to you as a courtesy of Southtown Furniture and Highway 19 South, right here in Salem. You can stop on by and visit, and don't forget, too, they're going to be open on Independence Day for your convenience. If you got nothing else to do on Independence Day, and maybe you've been thinking, you know, little Johnny or little Sally is taking my favorite rocking chair or lounger, or maybe it might even be they've taken your favorite recliner. Whoa. Get on down to Southtown. They've got plenty down there from which you can select, all the way from the wall-away recliners, rocker recliners, just your traditional recliner. They've got recliners for big people, small people, all kinds of people down there. And if you're also looking for something maybe for that upcoming FFA or 4-H livestock auction in the form of a freezer for that delicious beef or hog or lamb that you're thinking about purchasing there, head on down to Southtown. Southtown Furniture has chest freezers. They've got stand-up freezers. They even have freezers that can convert back to a refrigerator if that's what you need them to do. Pretty cool stuff. Check it out for yourself. Southtown Furniture in Salem, truly where the bargains are. Mark Anthony Fowler of Salem passed away June 27th at the age of 53. Memorial services for Mark Anthony Fowler will be held at 6 Friday evening at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel, with visitation from 4 until service time at the chapel. Mark Anthony Fowler is survived by his wife, Brandy Fowler of Salem, a daughter, Megan Fowler, and Larry Wagoner Jr. of Salem, and Kelly Fowler of Salem. A granddaughter, a father and mother-in-law, Bobby and Leona Brooks of Salem, a sister-in-law, Lori Thompson, and husband Charles of Salem, and a brother-in-law, Bobby Brooks Jr. of Cuba, as well as several nieces, nephews, cousins, and friends. All the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Mark Anthony Fowler, whose memorial services will be Friday evening at 6 at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Randy Lee Parks of Viburnum passed away Thursday, June 27th, at the age of 76. Funeral services for Randy Lee Parks will be held at 11 Saturday morning in the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. Visitation will be from 4 to 8 Friday evening at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home. Interment will be in the Sellers Cemetery in Dillard, Missouri. Randy Lee Parks is survived by his wife, Tina Parks of Viburnum, 2 sons, Rodney of Elon, North Carolina, and significant other Aaron Bailey, and Christopher Parks of Sullivan, and wife Michelle. A daughter, Lynn Asher of Republic, and husband Kelly. 8 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren. Brother Ken Parks of Leslie, Missouri, and wife Debbie. Brother-in-law Larry Blankenship of Sullivan, and wife Norma Jean. And sister-in-law Brenda and Carla Sellers of Viburnum. Memorials may be given to the ASPCA, Sellers Cemetery, or St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Cards are available, and all the arrangements are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home at Steelville for Randall Randy Lee Parks, whose funeral services will be Saturday morning at 11 at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. More of our Civic Record next when we come right back.
Looking for a recliner, sofa, a bedroom set, dining room group, or maybe a washer and dryer and you have a budget? Let's talk about the resale shop that can be found inside Southtown Furniture on Highway 19 South, where they have a large assortment of furniture, bedding, and appliances. You'll find some of the best bargains around. Stop by and check it out. The resale shop inside Southtown Furniture, open Monday through Saturday. They've been serving the smart shopper since 1922 at 1601 South Highway 19 right here in Salem.
Continuing with the Civic Record, if you're looking for fishing gear, the Missouri Department of Conservation works with numerous libraries all around the state, including your own Salem Public Library, where they have fishing gear to loan for free. Loaner gear includes fishing poles and the simple tackle boxes that do include hooks and sinkers and bobbers. Worms, minnows, or other bait are not provided. Find the MDC Rod and Reel Loaner program at mdc.mo.gov. And then you, when you're on vacation, can search for rod and reel loaner locations. For more information on Missouri fishing regulations, fish identification, or even more about fishing, get a copy of the MDC's 2024 Summary of Missouri Fishing Regulations. It's available where permits are sold or online. This Friday, there'll be a summer concert featuring Kirk Pierce at the Echo Bluff State Park. Free concert begins at 8. And then next Thursday at the Current River State Park, there'll be a women's outdoor class. These classes are taught by women and designed to give women more confidence in getting out in nature. Get into water during this event to learn about water quality and how to use a water filtration system to get drinkable water from rivers and creeks. The class is free and open to women 16 years of age and above, but registration is required. Contact Connie Weber at dnr.mo.gov. Her number is 573-751-1225. Again, it's Connie, C-O-N-N-I-E .Weber, W-E-B-E-R, at dnr.mo.gov. And that phone number again, 573-751-1224. Community Blood Center of the Ozarks encourages community members to take the plunge to save lives. Give the gift of life at the Blood Drive in Salem on Tuesday, July 9th, from noon until 6 at the First Baptist Church Fellowship Hall at 201 North MacArthur. Successful donors will receive a plush adult-sized beach towel while supplies last. The Community Blood Center of the Ozarks, they provide all the blood for patients at the Salem Memorial Hospital, as well as 40 other healthcare facilities across the Ozarks. To help avoid wait times, appointments are strongly encouraged. Donors can schedule an appointment at cbco.org/donate-blood or by calling 417-227-5006. Again, you can go online to cbco.org/donate, DONATE-blood, BLOOD, or by calling 417-227-5006. A presentation of the book Summers at Cedar Grove by author Ben Timpson will be followed by a book signing, and it will be held at the Ozark Natural Cultural Resource Center at 202 South Main Street, Salem, on Saturday, July 13th at 10 in the morning. Timpson was a professor of biomedical sciences at Missouri State University for 32 years before retiring 2 years ago. The book, Summers at Cedar Grove, The Rise and Fall of an Ozark Village, is Timpson's book about his summer spent at Cedar Grove and the history of the town along the Current River. The Dent County Historical Society is the sponsor of the event. For more information, contact Dolores Gray Wood, president of the society, at 573-729-2545, or send an email to uppercurrentriver@gmail.com. That's UPPERCURRENTRIVER@gmail.com. Or again, call Dolores. She can give you more information. 573-729-2545. And at the Salem Nutrition site for today, Lunch will be balsamic glazed chicken, tomato rice pilaf, steamed broccoli, pear halves, and milk. The Salem Nutrition site's inside the Salem Senior Center at 604 North McGrath Lane. And anybody, all ages, anyone is welcome to eat at the Salem Nutrition site. The suggested contribution, if you're 60 and above, $5. If you're under the age of 60, there's a $7 charge for your meal. And for the youngins right now during the Summer Youth Food Program, if they're under the age of 18, they eat free. Now, everything starts out with a soup and salad bar at 10:30. Lunch is served from 11 to 12:30. And don't forget, everybody, again, is welcome to come on out and be a part of it. And the lunch today will be balsamic glazed chicken, tomato rice pilaf, steamed broccoli, pear halves, and milk. And don't forget that the menu can change without notice. There you have it, a look at our Civic Record. It's a program of church and civic news and a mention of persons recently deceased. Civic Record brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station, and Southtown Furniture on Highway 19 South. Reminding you that if you have an opportunity to head on out on Independence Day, they will be open. Yep, they will be open on Independence Day for your convenience. So drop on by and check things out. There will be some limited hours, but they will be open. Call to find out more information, 729-3422. Southtown Furniture is located at 1601 South Highway 19. And they have a website. You can go check out things right there on the website and browse on your own browser. Why not? Go to SouthtownFurnitureSalem.com. Southtown Furniture, truly where the bargains are. We invite you to stay right here. We're going to come right back. We have for you some statewide news coming up from the Missouri Net. We'll follow that up with a look at that Salem Nutrition Center's menu. And then we'll have for you AP News. It's all on the way. It's all here. KSMO, AM 1340, FM 95.7. Online, KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream, Facebook, and KSMO YouTube.
Hard hit, center field. It's deep to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. Matt Carpenter has homered again.
Summertime in St. Louis means Cardinals baseball. Head to the ballpark the weekend of July 12th through the 14th when the Cardinals host the Chicago Cubs. This weekend showdown includes a Saturday day-night doubleheader. Tickets start at just $15. That's the Cardinals and the Cubs July 12th through the 14th at Busch Stadium. Get your tickets today at Cardinals.com.
This is Matt Carpenter, St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Summer deals are sizzling at K&H Auto Supply where you can get a Power Torque 2-ton jack stand priced at $36.99 a pair. Power Torque 73-piece 1/4 drive tool set, only $52.99. And Rain-X Foaming Car Wash, $7.99. See your friends at K&H Auto Supply here in Salem.
Park City, yeah, Park City, Park City.
The light is fading, your hands are sore, and the last tool has been put away. Now's the time to feel the satisfaction that comes with a job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels a little different. Your wallet. Because we believe that everyone deserves hardworking tools at hardworking prices. And that's what we have here. So, whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Missouri Net News, I'm Marshall Griffin. Hot and humid conditions are expected to return to parts of Missouri. Heat indices could get as high as 110 degrees, according to the National Weather Service in Kansas City. A heat advisory is in effect from 12 noon to 8 p.m. for parts of western and southwestern Missouri today. Strong to severe thunderstorms along with locally heavy rainfall could also be possible this afternoon through the night. Members of Missouri's congressional delegation are weighing in on the U.S. Supreme Court ruling regarding former President Donald Trump. Anthony Morbith reports.
Republicans are cheering the high court's ruling that Trump and other chief executives have immunity from prosecution for official acts performed while in office, but not unofficial acts. Western Missouri Congressman Mark Alford called the 6-3 ruling a win for America in a social media post. Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson called the ruling a major setback for Biden's Department of Justice. Southeast Missouri Congressman Jason Smith called it a massive blow to the radical left's attempts to use the judiciary to take down the former president. However, Democratic Congresswoman Cori Bush of St. Louis blasted the decision, calling it a win for any president that seeks absolute immunity for lawless actions. Those actions refer to Trump's claims of immunity for actions he took to reverse the results of the 2020 presidential election in the weeks leading up to Joe Biden's inauguration.
One man's promise is on full display at Missouri's National Veterans Memorial in southeast Missouri. Vietnam War vet Jim Edelman made himself a promise that he would one day honor his comrades if he made it out alive. Director Raylyn Munoz says the memorial in Perryville is the only full-size replica of the Vietnam War Memorial Wall in Washington.
I could go all day long and tell you about our amazing exhibits, but until you step foot on this campus, until you see that Garrison flag flying or one of the 70 over the Vietnam Wall, you won't truly understand.
The wall will be lit up in red, white, and blue on the night of July 4th. This is Missouri Net.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hi, I'm E.J. Williams. Each year, millions of animals are abandoned, and more than 1 million are euthanized before they can be rescued. Organizations like American Humane are working to harness the healing power of the human-animal bond, as animals can be trained as life-saving service and therapy dogs to help veterans, the elderly, and children with special needs to overcome the obstacles of everyday life. To find out how you can help give animals and the people they help a new leash on life, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
The deadline is approaching for Governor Mike Parson to take action on Missouri's remaining legislative bills. Elisa Nelson reports.
The governor has just under 2 weeks to take action on the rest of the bills Missouri lawmakers passed this year. Among the unsigned bills is this year's version of the anti-crime measure that Parson vetoed last year. It contains the proposed Max's Law, which would increase penalties for killing or harming a police animal, along with Blair's Law, which would toughen penalties for celebratory gunfire. Parson has until July 14th to sign bills into law or veto them. Any left unsigned will automatically become law. All new laws in Missouri take effect August 28th unless otherwise mandated. Elisa Nelson, Missouri Net.
A nationwide outbreak of salmonella is being blamed on contact with poultry flocks at private homes, and Missouri has the highest number of confirmed cases. So far, 23 people in Missouri have been sickened by salmonella bacteria. You can find news online anytime at MissouriNet.com. This is Missouri Net.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
At the KSMO studios, your hometown radio station, let's take a look at that Salem Nutrition Center menu for today, Tuesday, the 2nd of July. They're going to have at the Salem Nutrition site balsamic glazed chicken with tomato rice pilaf, steamed broccoli, pear halves, and milk. The Salem Nutrition site's inside the Salem Senior Center at 604 North McGrath Lane, and all ages are welcome to eat there. And right now, during their summer youth food program, all children and under the age of 18 get to eat free. right now. If you would like to stop on in, check that out for lunch today. It starts at 11, goes to 12:30, but their soup and salad bar actually opens up at 10:30. Remember, if you're 60 and above, the suggested contribution is $5. If you're under the age of 60, your meal will cost $7. And that meal today, again, balsamic glazed chicken, tomato rice pilaf, steamed broccoli, pear halves, and milk. And don't forget that the menu can change without notice. Every weekday, we bring you that Salem Nutrition Center's menu as a courtesy of all of us at KSMO, 1340 AM, 95.7 FM. AP News and Sports on Missouri Net come your way next. It's on KSMO Salem.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free.
Your weekend entertainer, KSMO Salem.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. Just hours after that historic Supreme Court ruling granting presidents broad immunity from prosecution, former President Trump's lawyers are asking the judge to set aside his conviction in a hush-money trial. The AP's Jennifer King.
The letter to Judge Juan Marchand seeks permission to file a motion and asks him to delay Trump's July 11th sentencing while he weighs how the High Court's decision could influence the New York case. Trump's lawyers argue that the Supreme Court confirmed their position that some evidence, like Trump's social media posts about Michael Cohen, should have been precluded because they constituted official presidential acts. Last year, a U.S. federal judge denied Trump's bid to move the trial, ruling that the evidence suggests the allegations of falsifying business records pertain to Trump's personal life and do not, quote, reflect in any way the color of the president's official duties, unquote. Monday's Supreme Court ruling delays Trump's election interference trial in Washington and all but rules out a trial before the election. Jennifer King, Washington.
President Biden says the historic ruling from the Supreme Court on presidential immunity would embolden Donald Trump to do whatever he wants to if he's elected.
I know I will respect the limits of the presidential powers I have for 3.5 years. But any president, including Donald Trump, will now be free to ignore the law.
Monster Category 5 Hurricane Beryl is expected to weaken but still be near major hurricane strength when it passes near Jamaica on Wednesday. The National Hurricane Center's Eric Blake.
We expect the storm to begin to lose some strength later today, but we'd still expect it to be a powerful hurricane when it affects Jamaica on Wednesday.
The National Hurricane Center's Eric Blake. The storm's been smashing the southeast Caribbean. The Biden administration is proposing a new rule to protect workers from fierce heat. Delivery and construction workers, landscapers, farm workers, factory workers, among others. This is AP News. Now a trip to the Poop Museum in Arizona.
Here's an interesting place in Arizona to take the kids this summer vacation.
This is the Pooseum. It's the world's largest collection of fossilized poop. Everything from the largest coprolite from a tyrannosaur all the way down to a little termite.
George Franson created the Pooseum with some 7,000 specimens, one believed to have come from a Tyrannosaurus rex. He says they're full of biological information.
Prehistoric animal diet, physiology, environment, and animal interactions.
The Pooseum is located on Route 66 in Williams, Arizona. I'm Jackie Quinn.
Greece is warning of a dangerous wildfire summer, saying the public's help is essential in limiting the impact of wildfires. I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
The light is fading, your hands are sore, and the last tool has been put away. Now's the time to feel the satisfaction that comes with a job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels a little different. Your wallet. Because we believe that everyone deserves hardworking tools at hardworking prices. And that's what we have here. So, whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
With the $5 meal deal at McDonald's, you pick a McDouble or a McChicken, then get a small fry, a small drink, and a 4-piece McNuggets. That's a lot of McDonald's for not a lot of money.
Price and participation may vary. For a limited time only.
Friday. It's almost like whoever named Friday knew it should be celebrated with free fries at McDonald's. Get a free medium fries with any purchase of $1 or more on the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Valid one time on Fridays at participating McDonald's through 12/31/24. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
This Missouri Net Sports Report is brought to you by the Missouri Association of Natural Gas Operators. If you smell gas or hear a hissing sound, even if you're outside, go upwind and from a safe place, call 911.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. St. Louis native and NBA champion Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics signing the largest deal in NBA history. Tatum and the Celtics agreeing on a 5-year, $314 million deal. Jason is 27. He just led Boston to their 18th NBA title. He'll be joining Team USA later this month in the Paris Olympics. St. Louis City SC moving on from their head coach.
Lots of tight games, it was lots of draw games. I mean, if we left many points we should have had, we left them lying there where we shouldn't, and we have to do better, and that's when we want to reset.
That's team director Lutz Pfannenstiel. They fired Bradley Carnell yesterday. Mike Reeves is with us. What prompted the change?
This season, City SC has a record of 3-7-10. They're winless in their last 9 games and in 12th place in the Western Conference. Carnell was hired as City's first manager, and during the club's inaugural season, City SC finished the 2023 year as Western Conference regular season champions. St. Louis became the first expansion team to win a conference regular season title. SC will host San Jose Wednesday night. Technical director John Hackworth will manage the team on an interim basis.
Thanks, Mike Reeves. Goalie Roman Berkey selected for the MLS All-Star Game for the second year in a row. NHL free agency, the St. Louis Blues bringing back forward Kasperi Kapanen, a 1-year deal, $1 million bucks. The 27-year-old had 6 goals, 16 assists in 73 games last season. The Nashville Predators, a Blues division rival, made a big splash. They're signing Steven Stamkos from Tampa Bay to a 4-year deal. They're also bringing in last year's Stanley Cup MVP Jonathan Marchessault. Cardinals and Royals back in action tonight. The Cardinals in Pittsburgh and the Royals host Tampa Bay. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
In Iraq, our truck hit a roadside bomb. I had about 16 surgeries on my hand so that I could regain function. And when I came home, I needed a new roof due to a storm. And I was about to lose homeowners insurance as well. I applied for Operation Homefront Critical Financial Assistance Program. And it's good to know that when we come home, there are people who are there that care about us. Operation Homefront, they've really been a blessing.
Visit OperationHomefront.org to learn more.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens. Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
For over 130 years, there have been moments in Cardinals baseball that will last a lifetime.
Baseball has some of the best athletes in sports.
With amazing feats, amazing moments, amazing plays, there's nothing quite like Cardinals baseball.
When you listen to the game, you just never know who that next hero may be.
We will have it all right here for you on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar. Cardinal baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
It's 8:22 at KSMO, and our forecast does call for it to be a warm day today. Plenty of sunshine, a little bit of a breeze out of the south, the southeast, at about 5 to 10. It's been pretty much that way all morning long, but it will get a little bit more brisk, but I don't want to say brisk because it won't be cool at all. It's going to be a pretty warm wind. We will be ushering in more humidity and heat as well with that. And it will get up to as high as 18 to 20 miles an hour by later on today. Actually, it's already creeping over 10 now. Clear skies tonight, low of 71 with southerly winds 5 to 10, gusting to 20. Wednesday, we're going to have sunshine, but we're going to have some pop-up showers possible. 50-50 chance of that happening from late morning through the afternoon. It's going to be hot. Going to be about 91 with that heat index, about 102 with all that humidity. Winds out of the south at 5 to 10 will move to the west for the afternoon. Wednesday night, we have a 60% chance of showers developing. Some could develop before midnight, but most of them will be after midnight, and a low of 68 with cloudy skies. Independence Day itself, partly sunny, warm. It's going to be muggy. Going to have a high of 89 to 90 with a heat index about 95 with pop-up showers intermittently throughout the day on Independence Day. 70% chance of that happening. And then for Thursday night, a 60% chance of more showers up to about midnight or so. Cloudy and a low of 67. Then Friday, the sun will reemerge and a high of 81. Currently here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. Very pleasant morning. Starting to get a little warm, though. They were out there at 70 degrees. We do have 73% relative humidity. Pressure is still edging up at 30 inches. And 11-mile-an-hour winds are coming at us out of south-southeast. At your hometown radio station, and the weather brought to you as a courtesy of Titan Paving and Drainage. And let your friends at Titan Paving and Drainage work on those water problems that you have. I know everybody thinks I don't have any water problems. Well, when it's dry, you don't. That's the beauty of that. However, when it's wet, you do. And when you have that issue, that can just really be a problem. Be it erosion or bubbling up your concrete, or maybe actually making the concrete sink. If you've got those kind of problems, or you've got ponding in your yard where you get mosquitoes, get rid of all that, get it properly drained, and let Titan Paving and Drainage take care of that for you. And if you need a new driveway or sidewalk, they can build one of those for you as well after you get the water issues taken care of. Your friends at Titan Paving and Drainage are ready to help. Call Don 453-6379 or 453-6462. Don Mutz, Titan Paving and Drainage in Salem. We have agribusiness news, the Missouri Report coming up next as well. All right here at KSMO, your hometown radio station.
Looking to grade and then pave a project on your property? Don't look at trying to coordinate multiple contractors to get the job done. Let Titan Paving and Drainage handle all phases of the project from design to installation, using the latest in technology and equipment to provide you with the driveway or the parking area you desire in the most cost-effective way. Call Don Mutz of Titan Paving and Drainage at 453-6462 or 453-6379 and let him explain to you how to get the job done right.
I'm Kara Hart with Ag News on Brownfield. Pioneer brand corn has the home field advantage with rigorous local testing to give you a winning season. Pioneer brand corn, your best year starts here. Missouri's corn and soybean conditions continue to improve heading into what's typically one of the warmest months of the growing season. USDA says corn conditions are rated 78% good to excellent, with 35% of the corn crop silking and some of that crop reaching the dough stage. Soybean conditions are rated 76% good to excellent, with 14% of the soybean crop blooming. Cotton conditions are rated 60% good, an increase from the previous week, with 42% of the crop squaring. Missouri's rice conditions are rated 79% good to excellent, with 1% of the crop headed. A market analyst says last week's quarterly grain stocks report from USDA was more bearish to the grain markets than expected, and prices aren't expected to improve until fresh data is available. Christy Van On with Van On & Company says the July USDA report will be important, and until then, demand is key.
So we need to find somebody to come in here and buy our product. Hopefully at these lower prices, we drum up a couple big sales. We do know that China is having some severe drought, and if they could come in and get our corn, that would be really, really great. It seems like they're being sticklers right now on purchasing our soybeans.
Van On says some farmers have old crop grain to sell between now and harvest. She says old crop soybeans might not have as much local price benefits as new crop beans. And for corn,
if you could get back to $4 cash, that's probably where I would be doing some marketing.
USDA's next round of supply-demand numbers will be out July 12th. USDA has released its recommendations for changes to the federal milk marketing order system. Those recommendations cover a variety of issues discussed at length during the USDA hearing last fall and early winter. Many dairy stakeholders are still reviewing the USDA proposals before commenting. A senior director for the Institute for Ag and Trade Policy says Mexico's new president is expected to continue restricting GMO white corn imports. Mexico's ban on GMO corn is currently disputed by the United States under the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement. But Timothy Wise tells Brownfield
her new agriculture secretary, Julio Verdeguer, has been pretty public on record saying we're not going to have GM corn and tortillas. And it's provocative because he's saying it, even if they lose this case, they're going to seek other measures to allow them to restrict GM corn and tortillas.
He says while Mexico is expected to focus on becoming more self-sufficient in white corn production, the new government is considering relaxing the government's goal of replacing all yellow corn imports. The new president will take office in October, and the ruling on the GMO dispute settlement is expected later this fall. I'm Kara Hart for Brownfield.
The 4 R's of nutrient stewardship are time-tested strategies for sustainable farming that protect Missouri land and wildlife while improving your on-farm results. When we apply the right source of fertilizer at the right rate, at the right time, and in the right place, our farms, resources, and communities thrive. Talk to your retailer about 4R nutrient stewardship today. Learn more at mofcb.com.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
The weather, the market, the soil. Corn farmers know some things are inconsistent, except for Veltima fungicide from BASF. It consistently outyields other fungicides on average by 7 bushels per acre, consistently wins in on-farm head-to-head comparisons, and consistently makes for happy farmers. Veltima fungicide. Visit RevXFields.com for full results. Always read and follow label directions. Yield data based on summary of 2019 through 2022 RevX Field Scale Demonstration Trials.
The light is fading, your hands are sore, and the